man, physical media man, physical media man. What'd you buy? Was it something good?
What's up, guys? Physical Media Man back here again. I'm not sure if this is going to be... Actually, yeah. It's going to be a bonus video! And this time I'm not lying. I'm making this Monday night. I'm going to get it out Tuesday morning. At least. Maybe even Monday night. After I get done filming here. Before I get started, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, leave feedback, do all that good stuff. I'll leave the links down below to my Instagram, my Facebook selling page, the Hodgepodge Garage, as well as my Physical Media Man store Facebook page, where I'm going to be posting my media for sale on there. On Instagram, you can also follow along with the movies I've been watching recently. And then I'll leave the links to my email and my Twitter and my Film Aficionado page that has my wish list and movies I'm after, as well as movies that are in my collection. So this video is going to be talking about why I'm doing this, and kind of like almost like my backstory and how I got into collecting and my love for movies, video games, and music, CDs, records, basically anything media related. So I have some notes here actually. So hopefully I don't leave anything off here. So I'm going to get started with movies and then go from there. So kind of how it all started was, not to say I was deprived of movies or anything like that when I was a child. I had a lot of Disney clamshell VHS tapes, but let's see, I had 5 plus the Star Wars trilogy of non-Disney VHS that were like legit. I had quite a few that were, which a lot of people did at the time, have copied movies from the TV. You just record them while they were playing. So it was always a big deal to get an actual title. Kind of similar to, I don't know, it being a treat to go get ice cream or something like that, and then you always, when you're older, you have ice cream every night. Something like that. Like it was a treat to get these movies. So that kind of started it. I'm going to go over, these were the ones that I had, which are a great list of titles here. So we got Top Gun, and I watched, so we probably had, I don't know, quite a few movies other than this, but I watched the same movies over and over again, which I don't do too much anymore. We got Crocodile Dundee, Back to the Future, Batman Forever, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then, of course, the Star Wars trilogy. So that's a great set of movies there. And then I also remember when I was younger always going, so we had 2 mom and pop type rental stores to begin with. One was Treasure Island Video, and I can't remember the name of the other one. And then when I got older, probably 5th grade, maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong on that, we got a Blockbuster, and the other 2 kind of went out of business. I don't remember if they went out of business before or after, but anyways, we got a Blockbuster, and I always remember going on Friday nights with my mom and dad, and we go pick out a movie and bring it home and watch it. So that kind of started, I don't know, it's just a great memory. And then also going to a close town, that was the nearest movie theater, was 15 minutes away. So I remember going to a couple movies there, and then we got a movie theater. Again, time period, I'm not really sure on all this stuff, but I was younger, I don't know, probably 5th or 6th grade too, maybe. We got a movie theater. So we went there a lot when I was growing up, and then I actually ended up, so further down the line, I ended up working there for 6 years. I worked when I was in college, during breaks, and then when I was in high school I worked there. It was a great place to work. I had a lot of great memories there, and of course I went to a lot of movies during that time, but I kind of just enjoyed, it felt like you had a job in the film industry almost, I don't know. especially with my love for movies. And we would just, me and a couple of the people that work there would talk about movies, and it's kind of almost like a Clerks thing where we just debate on movies and something while the movies were actually playing, and weren't as busy. Let's see what else here. Also, one summer, this was after DVDs kind of come out. Blockbuster did a special where for the summer, I think you paid $10 and you had unlimited VHS rentals. So I got a lot during that time period. And then also, kind of around junior high as well, my parents almost started what I would almost call a education of film or movies, and they would rent old classics for me to watch. So like Jaws, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, Bullet, Sting, stuff like that. And I also remember sometimes my mom would go and get movies and she'd watch them with me, kind of the same thing. So I remember watching The Godfather with her for the first time, things like that. And kind of lastly there, I remember my first DVD was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Drawing a blank. I didn't have a DVD player. We didn't have a DVD player. And my parents went on vacation. I stayed with my grandparents. And they came back and they gave me that movie. It was like saying we were getting a DVD player. So I just kind of remember that. And then the kind of same thing with the education of movies. Like when I was in junior high, my mom and dad got me some movies to watch, kind of the same thing, like The Terminator, Caddyshack, Animal House, just a few movies like that. And then when I was in high school, I remember we also had a Hollywood Video after Blockbuster, and it went out of business. And they had a huge sale, and that was where I kind of, like, I had quite a few movies, I don't know, 30, 40 maybe. But when they went out of business, or were going out of business, I bought a ton of movies during that sale, and that kind of just started my collecting, I guess. And then I also took a class in college where we watched movies and wrote papers about it. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm going to go into music. It's kind of the same gist. I remember the cassettes we had growing up, and then this is my very first CD. We got Space Jam, the original soundtrack. And I was just kind of the same way with the education of music. I got an allowance when I was younger, and I remember when I was around junior high age, I took a music appreciation class, and I started saving and using my allowance towards CDs. So a lot of these are just generic greatest hits, but it kind of got me started on listening to all sorts of music. I have a lot of rap CDs, but these are all more rock. So we got Green Day, Rolling Stones, 40 Licks, Beastie Boys, License to Ill, Nirvana, the best of REM, Three Dog Night, greatest hits, Dave Matthews Band, the best of what's around, Counting Crows, greatest hits, Boston, greatest hits, The Who, the Ultimate Collection, the best of David Bowie, AC/DC Live, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. I used to listen to that a lot. And then Motley Crue greatest hits. So you kind of get an idea. That's just kind of how I got started. And then I started branching out and getting other CDs and things like that. I also remember when I was in high school, I didn't have a record player. I thought records were cool. So I bought quite a few records. And then I might have been in college at the time. My mom got me a record player. And then I really enjoyed the records then and thought they sounded better on record. And it was just a fun thing to listen to them on there. So I started collecting even more. So I have a pretty good record collection. I also took music appreciation and music theory in high school, and I also took music appreciation in college, and just really enjoyed those classes. I also remember my first concert with my parents and my buddy Reed. We went to John Mellencamp and John Fogerty, who was in CCR. And then I just started going to a lot of concerts and have been to a lot since then. I really enjoy going to concerts. So that's basically it for music, and I really enjoy collecting CDs, especially now. It's easier to find them cheap compared to what it used to be, because a lot of people like the digital, but I really just enjoy having the CD. And then video games. I remember going over to my friends' houses and playing video games, and I got my first system was a Nintendo 64 around 4th or 5th grade. I didn't have any older siblings, so that kind of played a part in it. And then I had some games they didn't have, and vice versa. I always remember playing the games that I didn't have over there, and we used to play those all the time, and then vice versa. So I always enjoy that, and video games are great things to do with friends. So a lot of times, especially in high school, after school, all my friends would come over and we would get together and play video games after. That's like what we did. So here recently we've been having retro gaming nights where, I don't know, probably every few months, 3 or 4 months maybe, we get together and play video games, and it's a lot of fun. I kind of started collecting with PlayStation 2. One year I like sports games. I know a lot of collectors don't care for them, but especially because year to year it's not as good. Now at least you don't, the replayability, let's put it that way. It's really fun to play the most current game, but going back isn't as fun. But I try to get all the sports games for 1 year. So it's just been an overtime thing I've been collecting, but here recently, especially with the cheaper prices on the older games, I've been collecting a lot more. And I've also been going back and getting old systems that I didn't have, and it's really fun to play those games that I never played. So hopefully moving forward I get more time to play those games. And also kind of with movies, I used to, in high school, my buddies and I, we would get together, and especially my buddy Cody and Reed and Jake, we would get together and stay up all night and watch movies, and that was a lot of fun. We called it movie-a-thons. We haven't been doing it as much recently, but I just enjoy watching movies. Jurassic Park is one of my favorites. It's just I just don't know how else to explain it, but I just really enjoy all of that. Movies, music, video games. So that's kind of how my love for all that came about. And then with the YouTube channel, I always kind of, I don't know, thought you watch movies and sometimes you think that wasn't that good of a performance, you could do that, or something like. It was just a way for me to, obviously I'm not going to be an actor or anything like that, but it just gave me a way to talk about my love for movies, and I also enjoy really going to the stores and finding the great deals and doing all that stuff. So it's just a great way for me to talk about it and interact with other people that share the same interest and passion. So my goal for the end of the year, as I think I've said before, is to get to 100 subscribers. I'm at 51 right now, which is awesome, and I'm going to continue to do. First, I wasn't sure if I would enjoy doing this, and if I would get enough subscribers to, I mean, it's not like I'm getting money for having the subscribers, but if I only had a few subscribers, I don't know if it would be worth doing. But since I have people that are watching the channel and I'm enjoying doing it, I'm going to continue to do it. My Instagram's really been doing well, so if you haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure to do that. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I think I covered everything I kind of wanted to, but this is just, and especially like now, my wife and I, we both love to watch movies and watch TV shows, so it's a great thing to do after work or on the weekends. So we just enjoy watching movies. So hopefully I get to a point where I can get everything on display and show you guys. But I did get my records on display. I posted a picture on Instagram. So if you follow me on there, you can see it there. If you have any interest in seeing my record collection, let me know. I'll do a video on that. So yeah, I think I covered it all. So this is just an extra bonus video just to kind of talk about how the Physical Media Man got his love for physical media and why I'm doing this channel. So if you could like, subscribe, share this, that would be great. As this is Physical Media Man signing off. Physical media will never die.
Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man. Yeah!